Vivian Nakwaka, and today we are going to talk about the trending issues in Kenya. We have a visitor. He'll introduce himself and then we'll start.
Okay, I'm Gisharu Wajiro, and it's good to have you.
Thank you.
Yes.
So, my first question is, what is causing the high cost of electricity in Kenya today?
Main reason as to why we have high costs of electricity is because we have been having a monopoly state of Kenya Power, and in the midst, the Kenya Power has been hiring or purchasing the most of its power from IPPs, which have been contracting Kenya Power at a high price. And in result, you end up finding that due to the high cost of the contract from the IPPs, the cost of electricity is rising high, and on top of that, there is other taxes which were introduced, which are causing the same case of cost of electricity to go high. You may find some excess tax which was not introduced there before. They have been fixed now as a result, causing to the high cost of electricity.
Okay.
Yes.
And about health in the health sector, there is a scandal of NHIF there. How do you see that?
The health sector has been in a menace of scandals back to the years of the previous government, and currently we have been having scandals of KEMSA and NHIF. But currently, which is trending is for the NHIF, whereby some private hospitals have been luring citizens in the villages, trying to woo them that they will give them better treatment, only that for them to use their cards to scoop money from the NHIF agencies, which in result ended up finding that the patient who really deserve to use the card, they don't benefit as anticipated. For instance, there was a case, a group of doctors went to Meru County. They gathered all the elderly patients with suffering from arthritis, gave them some cheap drugs and cheap injections, only for them to withdraw hundreds of thousands from the docket. But the good thing about it is the ministry have acted immediately, by the CS for Health, Susan Akumicha, has suspended the managers who are said to be the culprit of the ill malpractices.
Okay, and in the about education, there's a scandal about the principals, something capitalization fund.
It's not a scandal as per se. It's an argument between the national government and the primary schools and the secondary schools. Initially there is the capitation fund, which the national government should send to all the government schools. Previously, the CS for Education, Ezekiel Machogu, had insisted the delay was caused due to some confusion in the National Treasury, whereby in return, the capitation fund was released to all the secondary schools. But despite the capitation fund being released, some principals have came up and they have argued, for instance, one student was supposed to receive a whooping cough of around 9,000, but according to the share that they received, a student is receiving about 4,155, which in result made it that the money is not enough to run the school affairs. Mind you, the previously when the government had not released the cash, the school was surviving on debt. So the money which came first, they first settled the previous debt. So they were left now with nothing. On top of that, many schools currently are stating that despite the few that have been released, they have not yet received anything, whereby the principals have said that they have no any other option. If the government does not release the cash, they will have no option other than sending students back home, because they cannot learn the school affairs without the capitation fund as stated by the government.
Thank you very much, Gisharu from Kihoto FM, for telling us about the trending issues. Until we meet next time again.